From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now Jones. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing Jones. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he is all the way up past the 25. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
JPP was a Pro Bowler for the 3rd time in his career last year as the Bucs won the Super Bowl title. Ended up finishing 2020 with 89 career sacks. So he has a chance with a really good season to get to 100.
To try again after the sack. Jones. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And I do believe that sometimes as a defender, when you see read option, you're just making an educated guess because the offense feels like no matter what move you make, it turns out right for them. Sometimes it can burn you making that guess, but I think here he said, I'm pursuing the quarterback no matter what he does. And this time, he picked the right option.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Jones. And now lures yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now he'll throw with Brady. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. To throw is Brady. And that is incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Succop missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The completion there by Mac Jones. And Charles, what do you think this defense needs to do to slow down this young rookie from Alabama?
Well, as usual with a rookie, pass rush is big. Put some pressure on him and see if he can handle things in the pocket. But the other one is your defensive backs, linebackers who are covering people, they need to be on the spot because he's extremely accurate with the ball.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady gives this one off to Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down. The give is to Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Brady now to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. That's trying to come back for Succop. It's not going to get there. No good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there.
And Ndamukong Suh continues to be one of the pillars of a stout Buccaneers defense that helped the team win the Super Bowl last year. 6 sacks in 2020. And if you don't send extra blockers his way, that number will go up.
Off play action. Jones. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, a run with Cannon. And nothing doing here, as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jakobi Meyers. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. With it is Brown. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here. Maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. That throw by Brady incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Brady. This is caught by Evans. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, I mean, Mike Evans, he's been an elite receiver for some time now. And part of that, Charles, certainly what he can do once the ball is in his hands.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Here's Jones on 1st down. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. I don't think you got it, sir. 54 is Mike. 54 is 79 Bronco. 54.
Back to throw. Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get that out to the flat to White. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man is Myers. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. Touchdown, Patriots. Jakobi Myers, as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the 2nd half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the 2nd half.
Could be a big turnaround. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5.
Antonio Brown on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Fielded right around the 8. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Brady and the Buccaneers here 1st and 10 at the 34. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. On play action, now Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Harris, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Complete. It's Henry.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Kyle Van Noy. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Now Brady. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Open man, the tight end Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Now Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 2. Throwing Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point try now for Succop. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Second and 10. Off the play fake. Jones being chased out left. Under pressure, and down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Jones now off the play fake. Steps away to his left. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Now a second down and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action. Jones. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
45, 45, Mike, 45. Hey, check Mike, 45. 18 Rattler. 45 is the Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now Jones throwing on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, turn it up. SOS.
Harris. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Check 24, check 24. 49,
2nd down and goal. Jones. The quick slant caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll try and run with Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Here's Brady. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. This will be caught by Brown. Oh, he sheds himself free. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And some space here. Touchdown! Damian Harris. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots are back within a score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
To throw is Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw, Brady. Open man is Miller. He's got him. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
45, Mike, 45.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, smash Bronco. Check 99. Check 99. Go.
Here's Jones. Flush to his right. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. To throw is Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for Tampa Bay, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll drop down to